guess first thing question is like I guess the history of Blackbeard, you know, that we know in mythology and stories and stuff. What's different with him in this, I guess, in this show?
Well, I think there's such a wealth of information about him in the history books and in other sources. You know, there's been so many films made and documentaries as well. There's almost like a victim of his own success in that sense. You know, there's almost like so much there. So you've got to start pairing through them. Because history is obviously written from somebody's perspective and the sensationalist reports of his campaigns and everything. And with this, obviously playing on Black Sails, we're fitting into the Black Sails genre, into their world. And you want to try and pare down and get some semblance of what the essence of the man is. We're not making a documentary on Edward Teach, but you've got to bring his core into the mix of a very well-established, tight family. And it's going to basically burst it all apart and turn it on its head, but without being separate to it. Do you know what I mean? So that was essentially the kind of principal task, to create a character that was you know, that sensational, but not detached in a sense, not separate from it, and so that he's definitely of that world, and indeed represents the world itself. Yeah, because that was the fun bit. You know, well, they're all fun bits, but that was the main sort of fun challenge when first approaching the role.
Yeah, because I was always interested. I've seen him in, you know, various cartoons.
Exactly. He's been caricatured left, right, and centre, and all this. You know, and performed in so many different styles and ways. So basically, at one point you have to put all that wealth of research material, push it all to one side, and because we're not playing that, we're playing the script, we're playing the Black Sails season. Yeah, and then focus on that, having drawn what we know.
I think that this character will get people like thinking of Blackbeard differently than what they know before.
Well, I think so. I think so, because it's like in the way Malkovich in Crossbones would have people thinking of Blackbeard differently than Pirates of the Caribbean would have them thinking. You know, he's just one of those legendary figures that was larger than life, and so is up for grabs. And couched in the storytelling that Black Sails has, this is our Blackbeard in amongst our pirates in our pirate world, as sort of real and gritty and honest and open and sort of authentic as we can make.
So, like, in relation to, I guess, where the season is going, I know you can't go into like very big details and stuff, but where is he at in relation to like some of the other characters?
Well, he was one of the founding members of NASA. I mean, one of the first principal members of NASA, and one of the first principal sort of creators and co-signers of the Pirates Charter. So coming up with you know, the actual principles of what a pirate was and what it was. And so he's been away 8 or 9 years, had about 8 wives. And he's got this Henry VIII sort of complex. He's been looking for an heir, a son, to carry on his legend, to carry on his sort of legacy. Unsuccessfully. He's just had girls. I know. So he's come back to NASA, trying to see if there's, you know, an old relationship that he used to have, that he was mentor to, if there is the potential of that relationship rekindling, and indeed who he was mentor to could be the one who carries on his legacy and carries on his legend, and will, you know, maintain his place in history, you know.
Okay, so I guess lastly, like for you, I know you do a lot of, you know, over your career, you've done like different period pieces, and characters, and you've also done
worn a lot of boots. Yeah.
So for you, I mean, do you prefer, I guess, the action aspect, or do you prefer like the acting?
I don't separate them. I mean, I'm sorry, I mean, that sounds a bit glib, but I really don't separate them, because when you do action sequences, like Three Musketeers or G.I. Joe or whatever, the action sequence itself is a scene.
Yeah.
And it is a scene of dialogue between you and the other person with no speaking, but the weapons are doing the talking for you, like with The Rock doing the gun fu. It's like, there's like, no, you said this, Pat, you said this, and then, you know, so, and when you're doing a dramatic scene, and there's no weapons involved, my God, isn't the language a weapon?
Yeah,
So you know what I mean? That can be just as traumatic an action sequence when there's just words being used. You know, so anyway, yeah. I hope that.
No, it definitely gives me a good idea. So makes sense. So, yeah, that's it.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you so
problem.
much,
No
man.
problem.